Hello friends, this is the continuation of the previous class. Let us discuss the properties of minterms and maxterms. Minterms and maxterms. Before going to that, let us see in the expression how many minterms are there and how many maxterms are there. If I am taking the 2-bit, totally 2 square equal to 4 combinations are possible. That means for n bit, total 2 power n combinations are possible. So, in any expression, let us take an expression. This is f of a comma b comma c. Here f of a comma b comma c is nothing but 3 bits. Totally there will be 8 combinations. In 8 combinations there may be 2 minterms or 3 minterms or 4 minterms. Now let us see that. Here I am considering only the 2 bit, which is 2 literals. Here this is a b. The values are 0, 1, 2, 3. Combinations are 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here I am taking this minterm, and here this is maxterm. Here, while we are representing the minterms or maxterms, if there is a minterm, then here we will represent this as 1. That means there will be 1 minterm, 2 minterms, 3 minterms, 4 minterms. So maximum there will be 4 minterms for 2 bit. Similarly, maxterms are represented by 0 bits. There may be maximum 4 maxterms. There may be 1 maxterm, 2 or 3 or 4. So maximum there are 4 maxterms or 4 minterms. I am generalizing this. For n bit, the maximum possible minterms are are 2 power m. Similarly, for n bit, the maximum possible the max terms, these are the sum terms, these are the product terms, are 2 power n. These are the maximum possible minterms or max terms. Let us see the properties. Here I am taking the minterm. Here I am taking the max terms. Here I am taking the 2 bit expression. This expression is a bar ab plus ab bar plus a bar p plus a bar b bar. Here, if you want to simplify this can be written as, from this a is common, b plus b bar plus, from this a bar is common, b plus b bar equal to a into 1 plus a bar into 1 equal to a plus a bar equal to 1. Here for ab, totally 4 values are possible: 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 0, 0. This is 0, 1. This is 1, 0. This is 1, 1. Here I am taking the minterms. Here minterms nothing but a bar b bar. This is a bar b. This is a b bar. This is a b. Here if compare this equation with this, here totally all minterms are present. If all minterms are present, then that expression is equal to 1. That means from this we can conclude that sum of all minterms m equal to, I am taking the minterm as small m, For max term I am taking the capital M. Small m equal to 0 to n mi equal to 1. Here I am taking this as I. This is for n bit. Here if all minterms are present, then their sum is equal to 1. Similarly here, I am taking this as AB. The combinations are 0, 1, 2, 3. This is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. This is 0. Here I am taking the max terms, which is M. Max term is nothing but the sum term. Here max term, here in min term, there is 0, here we are taking the A bar. There is 1, here we are taking the B. But here simply that is opposite. 0 is nothing but A, and this is a max term, which is a sum term. The 0 represents the B. This is A plus B bar, A plus A bar plus B. This is A bar plus B bar. If I am taking the equation here, which contains all the max terms, A plus B bar into A plus A bar plus B into A bar plus B bar. Here all max terms are present. Similarly in this way, if we are simplifying this, we will get the value as 1. From this we can conclude that in max terms also, here we are taking the product I equal to 0 to n, mi equal to 1. This is for n bit. So if all the max terms are present, their product will be equal to 1. Here for n bit we have totally how many min terms, means 2 power n minus 1. So here this is not n. Here this is 2 power n minus 1. Similarly here also there will be 2 power n minus 1 max terms. This is 2 power n minus 1. This is a small modification. Now let us see the remaining properties of min terms or max terms. Let's see the remaining properties. Here we have seen the up to now one property, which is the sum I equal to 0 to total 4 n minus 1 terms of mi equal to 1, and here this is product, the product of I equal to 0 to total, there will be maximum 2 power n minus 1 terms of mi equal to 1. Let us see the second property. Here we have seen that max term represents the value as 0. So here the value will be 0. For min term the value will be 1. Now let us see the second property. Before going to that, let us take an example of a 2 bit. Here A, B, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Here the min terms are A bar, B bar, A bar, B, A, B bar, A, B. So let us suppose that this is M0, this is M1, this is M2, this is M3. Total 2 power n minus 1, which is 8, 0 to 2 power n minus 1 of total 2 power n min terms, which is for 2 bit I am getting the 2 square min terms. Our maximum min term is 2 power n minus 1 of m, which is nothing but m3. Now let us multiply these two. Here A bar into B bar into A bar B. Let us multiply this A bar into B bar into A bar. Here a bar into a bar is nothing but a bar. That's fine. But b bar into b is nothing but 0. You have seen that a into a bar equal to 0. From this we can conclude that by multiplying any two minterms, we will get the value as 0. Let us multiply these two. Here b bar into b bar is 0. A into a. Here multiply this. A into a bar is 0. Similarly, here if you multiply any two minterms, the value will be 0. This is the second property. Mi. Here I am taking this as Mi. I am taking this as J and Mk. The product equal to 0. Similarly here, this is AB 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Here the max terms nothing but just capital M. This is A plus B, A plus B bar, A bar plus B, A bar plus B bar. This is M0, this is M1, this is M2, this is M3. Let us multiply in two terms. First I am if we multiply the two terms M0 and M1, we will get the value as, here if we add any two max terms, we will get the value as 1. Let us see. I am adding the M0 and M1. M0 is A plus B plus A plus B bar. A plus A is A, B plus B bar is 1. 1 plus A is nothing but 1. Similarly, if we add any two max terms, the value will be 1. This is the second property. Capital M and plus capital K equal to 1. Take any, here J and K represent the any number ranging from starting from 0. This is all about the properties of minterms and max terms. Now let us see some more. Here I am taking a function as f equal to m0 plus m1 plus m2. Here this small m represents the midterm. Here this f can also be written as, here these are total of sums. These are summing. Sum of 0, 1, 2. In this way also we can write. This is for SOP, sum of products. This is a SOP. And for max term, this is M1 plus, this is M2 plus, this is M5. This can be written as, this is a max term. Here for max term, we are taking the multiplication for product of sums. Product is nothing but pi, S is nothing but sum. Here these are the sums. Max term is nothing but a sum term, pi of 0, 1, 2, 5. Here this max term represents that at 1 we are placing the value 0. That means remaining all cases we have the value as 1. So from this we can also write this as, let us suppose that here this is f of A, B, C, which is a 3-bit. 3-bit is nothing but total 8 combinations of, that is 8 max terms are present. So the minimum value is 0, maximum value is 7. This is pi of 1, 2, 5. This can also be written as sum of 0. Here write the terms that are missing in the product term, 0, 3, 4 and 6, 7. These are the missing terms. This is also equal to this, both are same. Similarly, this is in terms of product of sum, this is in terms of sum of product terms. Now this, I am taking this as 3-bit. For 3 bit there will be 8 terms. This SOP is converted to POS form. This is pi of missing terms are here 3, 5, 6, 7. Maximum value is 7 because of 3 bits. This is about the all max and min terms while including in SOP and POS. Now let us see in SOP and POS a particular form called canonical form. Here canonical form is nothing but if all the product term is or min terms or if all the max terms are the sum terms in either SOP or POS. Let us take an example. F of A, B, C equal to A bar, B bar, C bar plus A, B, C plus A, B bar, C plus A, C, A, B, C bar. Now this is a given expression. Given expression consists of 4 terms. Here in an expression, if the all terms are either min terms or max terms, then the form is said to be a canonical form. Here these are all min terms. Here all these are all product terms. Here all product are min terms because no literal is missing. So this is a canonical form. Also here this is a SOP. Here this is a sum of products. So this is known as canonical SOP form. Similarly, this is ABC equal to in terms of A plus B plus C into A bar plus B plus C into A plus B bar plus C bar into A bar plus C bar. Here take the max terms. Here these 4 are the max terms. In each max term no literal is missing. That is in this sum terms no literal is missing. That means this is said to be a canonical form. Also here this is a product of sum. This is SOP. So this is called canonical SOP form. Now let us see some examples regarding the canonical forms and non-canonical forms. Now I am taking the F of AB equal to A bar B bar plus AB plus A. This is first one. This is second one. A B C equal to A bar plus B into A plus B bar plus C. And third example is F of A comma B comma C equal to A plus B into this is A plus B plus C into A plus C bar plus B. Here these are the 3 given expressions. Let us see that which is a canonical form and which is a non-canonical form. And if we see here there are 2 literals A comma B. Check if all literals are present in these terms. Here these are the min terms. Also this is a SOP term, sum of products. Here in these 2 terms all literals are present, but here the literal B is missing. So this is a non-canonical form. Similarly here the C term is missing. So this is also a non-canonical form. Here in this term no term is missing. Here there are 3 literals. Here all 3 are present. So this is a canonical form. Here this is a max term. This is a max term because here there is a sum term. This is a sum term. This is a sum of products. This is a product. Here we are taking the product of 2 sum terms. So this is POS. So this is called canonical POS form. This is all about the canonical forms. Now let us see how to convert a non-canonical form to canonical form. Here this is non-canonical form to canonical form. Here let us take an expression f of a comma b equal to ab plus b, ab bar plus b plus a bar b. Here in this one literal a is missing. These two are the minterms, but here only one term is missing. That is either a or a bar. So we have two possibilities. For converting this, I am writing here as here b into here a term is missing, so that a term is represented as a plus a bar, because a plus a bar is nothing but 1. Even though if you write this or if you remove this, the total expression gives the same meaning, equal to a bar plus ab plus a bar b plus a bar b. So now check this here. All product terms, that is all minterms are present in canonical form, because every literal is present in each product term. So this is a canonical form. Let us see another example. F of a comma b equal to a bar plus b. Here I am taking, this is 3 terms. Here 3 bit, which means 3 literals are present. F of a comma b comma c equal to a b, I am taking as POS form, a plus b plus c into a bar plus b, and here a bar plus b bar plus c bar. Here input there are 3 literals, so here a b c all literals are present. Here also a bar b bar c bar all literals are present, so these two are the max terms, but here c is missing, so this is not a max term. So convert these to max term. Previously we have done that if no literal is present, we are adding b plus b bar or a plus a bar, like that. Instead of that, write directly as a bar plus b. Here c is missing, c may be either 0 or 1. Here in max term 0 represents the c, plus remaining 1 represents the c bar. So these are the two combinations. This is all about the canonical and non-canonical forms. We will continue the remaining in next class.